That's who I am. I stand tall now, no hidden scams.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you this morning? This is the Morning Mayhem show, and I am Sam. How are you guys doing today? Sorry I'm late. I changed the time to 9:10 because I was always late. So I was like, I'll just make it 9:10. That way people, won't have to like sit there waiting. If people are sitting there waiting, I would like to think people weren't just, sitting there waiting for me, and just, come on, when they see that the show's on. So anyways, so I changed it to 9:10. Have I made it at 9:10? I think maybe one time. So maybe I think the better thing to do is to switch it back to 9:05, and then I'll just try to make it at 9:05, but just plan on 9:10. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. So it makes sense. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm doing pretty good, except for and the reason why I was late, except I didn't have coffee, and I haven't had coffee yet this morning. I was running late getting Hazley to school, and I even gave her the opportunity to stay home from school. That's how late we were running. I was like, honey, why don't you just chill with dad today? And nope, she didn't bite. She was like, nah, I want to go to school. So yeah, she's at school. I got her there just a tiny bit late, not late enough to where I had to walk her in and sign a thing. And so yeah, all's good on the home front. She's at school, and I don't have to entertain her this morning, which is good. I'm glad she didn't bite. But that was just dad being lazy, and I hate waking her up in the morning because she's sleeping so peacefully, and I just don't want to break that peace, because she is a lightweight terrorist. I know you guys see the sweet Hazley, when she comes and loves her dad and comes on, but as soon as those cameras are off, as soon as we walk out that door right there, it's a whole different story. She's a terrorist, and but I love her to death, and I wouldn't change her not one little bit. So you guys see the new intro. Hopefully you guys like that. It's pretty cool. I still feel like I phoned it in. I'm just really in love with the original intro I did. When I do those collage, intros, it's a lot of, cut and paste and moving them up and things like, and blowing them up and then doing the after effects. And I don't know. I just really like the first one where I had the mouth, talking, and I don't know. I might reuse that footage. I don't know. I just don't know. And I didn't know how long to make it. The rule of YouTube, if you talk to any YouTube coach, intros are a thing of the past. People don't use intros anymore, especially on long form videos. So if I have like my court videos, having an intro, although I do have just a quick little intro, it just goes do. I have like 5 different ones, but they're normally just the name appears and the little, and it's like a 10-second song at the most. But the rule of thumb is to not have an intro, because people they click on your video, and if it doesn't get right to the meat of the matter, does that make sense? Right? If it doesn't get right into it, what's going to happen? Then people will click off. And you can see it in the analytics. You can see that, it's like the first 30 seconds. If you can't hold them the first, it might be 20 to 30 seconds, then it drops down to like 50%. If you can keep it at 75%, man, you are Mr. Beast, or someone great like that. So I don't know. This is a little different. A live, it's a morning show. Having a cool intro, I think, can be a minute long. So I decided to have a minute long intro, and you guys all seem to like it. So that's cool. I definitely love the song. The song rocks. The song rocked without lyrics. Now with lyrics, oh man, it's even better. So, how is everyone this morning? Let's take a look-see and see who's here. I got some funny stories today. No Diddy. We got some Gwyneth Paltrow news or story. Katie Price. Those of you from England will know who Katie Price is, and others in America. But she's more of an England fixture. And what else did I have? Katie Price. What was on the thumbnail? Katie Price, Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, and Meghan Markle. Man, she is not being received very well, right? Her new Netflix show, With Love, Meghan. That's why I put on the thumbnail, With Contempt, Meghan, or Meghan with Contempt, or Meghan in Contempt. I don't know. They're just, no one's digging her at all. And I don't know where I land on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. But I know when the bullying gets to a certain point, I'm going to take a stance on, I'll be pro Meghan. Does that make sense? You know, I don't want to just see her, you know, beat up for no reason, just because, you know, she happens to have landed herself in a little bit of privilege. And maybe she's always lived in a little bit of privilege with her dad. Her dad was a director of cinematography. I've never met him. I never met him when I worked in the industry, but he's definitely known. He's definitely a well-known guy. So, yeah. Had a great time on My Other Keeper last night. I don't. Those of you who didn't get to see it, go over and check it out. I do my kind of like my testimony on My Other's Keeper, and we had a wonderful conversation. And yeah, I just had a great time. And thank you, Kim, for having me on. I really appreciate it. Also to Loudmouth Linda and Caddy Connie for having me on over the weekend. That was super cool. Hopefully you guys have been able to go over there and help them out with some replays so they can try to get their hours to get monetized. Just because you get monetized doesn't really mean you're going to make money, but at least the opportunity is there to start getting some ad revenue in. Because it costs money to do these things. It costs money for StreamYard. It costs money. I pay for a lot of assets to edit videos. What else, man? I'm always getting charges on my bank card that I'm like, what was that for? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I have to have that subscription or that thing or another. So if you guys could help them out, and by just doing some replay, it could even be when you go to bed, just to put one of their videos on, or a playlist that'll run through the playlist. That would be awesome. If you feel it in your heart to do so. I've done it. I didn't do it last night. I did it the night before. But yeah, I'm going to make a reminder to do it again tonight. So who's here? Who is here today? Hey, Jamie. James Collins Cares. How's it going, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. I was just thinking, did I have a text from you that I haven't responded to? Hold on real quick, man. I was watching Crazy Corvid. I was going to kill him. Uncle. Wow, that's crazy. I'll have to check that out. Nuts. Good morning, James Collins. Good morning, Heather Rhodes. How are you doing this morning? Hopefully everyone's doing good. Sherry LeBron, how are you doing this morning? From Arkansas, y'all. Of course. We love Arkansas. Meredith Lynn, how are you doing this morning? That's not split. That's weird. Good morning, Lovett. How are you this morning? I'll be back in 30 minutes. All right. She'll be back in 30. Jamie Palmer, how are you? It's good to see you this morning. Hopefully you're having a wonderful morning. Linda, how are you doing this morning, Linda? It's so good to see you. Good to see you. Wow, that's weird. You don't have your wrench on the first two comments, but then I was like, what happened to your wrench? But then there you have it on the other one. That's weird. It's good to see you. I'm glad you are here. Thank you for your hard work. And James Collins, thank you too for your hard work here in the chats. I know sometimes it can't be easy. I surely do know that. Tan Louie, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get going down. Mama Bear, how are you doing this morning? I haven't seen you in a while. It is good to see you. Just scrolling. I need some scrolling music. Hold on. We're gonna play this while I scroll. I'm gonna turn it down though. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna play that while I scroll. It drives me nuts. Dead air drives me crazy. So I'm just gonna play one of the Morning Mayhem songs. All right, now if I can just get back to comments. There we go. Lacey Silver, how are you doing this morning? It's good to see you. How is Canada? Is it cold or is it warm? I wonder. Motherbird63, how are you this morning? Thank you for being a mod and thank you for all your hard work you're doing. Really appreciate it. And thank you for the suggestions on content. I was going to play the Diddy phone call today, but I decided not to do any Diddy today. But maybe later on the show, I'll go to that video. So this guy's got a phone call from Diddy. It's Diddy talking to Kanye West. I believe it's 100% authentic. And the guy in the video just keeps talking about how all YouTubers are dumb. While he has a YouTube channel, right? All YouTubers are dumb. Nobody knows what they're talking about. Diddy's going down. He acts like we're all out here saying he's going to get off. That's really what he thinks. He says anyone who's talking about Diddy is that we're out here saying, oh yeah, he's going to get free. They don't have nothing on him and those charges ain't nothing. Who's he listening to? For real, right? Who is he listening to? Nobody is saying that. Not one person is saying he's going to get off. So I don't know. He's just like, man, I can't wait to say that I was the only one. I was the only one that said Diddy was going to go down. You know, these ninjas ain't reading the indictment. You know, I've read it. You know, don't even talk to me unless you've read it. Everyone's read it, bro. Everyone's read it. Hey, John Lazan, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Auntie Monkey Pants. It's good to see you, Auntie Monkey Pants. Angie Mo. Hi, Angie. How are you today? Hopefully you slept well, and thank you for your membership. I appreciate it. And thanks for coming over to My Other's Keeper last night. I thought we had a wonderful, lovely conversation. I really do. It was pretty good. Ian Wallace, hey man, where were you yesterday? Well, I'm glad you're back. It's good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Yeah, the show was a little off because you weren't here yesterday. I always can kind of count on you being there, you know, with nice things to say and no negativity, and so I appreciate that always. Love it, love it. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Daylin, hey, how are you doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. The mods are fabulous, aren't they? Thank you so much for saying that. Who else is here? Who else is here? Auntie Monkey Pants. Already said that. Whine a little bit more. Thanks for being here today. It's good to see you. Shell W. Shell Dub. How are you doing this morning? It's good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here. Hope you all enjoy the show. I have some funny stories. It's going to be a light day. We're not going to talk about anything serious. Well, I do have a body cam video I might show that's a little serious. I haven't seen it, so I don't know exactly how it's serious. But the name of it is Officer Caught in a Real Life Horror Movie. I just thought it looked intriguing. I did something on Legal Livewire yesterday. Maybe I'll show that. It's a pretty quick hearing. So these two girls are drunk. They have their car parked in the middle of the street, and they're dancing. And the cop comes and just says, "Hey, can you move your car?" And they pretty much give him the big "F-U." So he's like, "All right, I need to see a license." He knows they're drunk, and but they pretty much say, "F you, we're not moving the car." Well, obviously they're drunk because they never would have said that if they would have been sober, right? Well, anyways, they resist arrest. One takes off, or one starts wrestling the cop, and while that's happening, the other one runs for her car. It's a convertible, so she dives in and takes off. Well, the cop thinks he's Starsky and Hutch, goes running and slides on the back of the car and goes to get in the car. Well, she takes off, so he rolls off the car. And there was a ton of people there. Tons of video of it. Well, anyway, I caught the arraignment for them yesterday in Beaumont, Texas, Jefferson County, with Judge Stevens. I think I will play that. I think I will play that today. Super crazy. What are they thinking? And I did some nice commentary at the end about drinking and driving. And everyone knows my history with drinking and driving. Not me being the drinker and driver, but being a victim. I would call myself a victim of drunk drivers times two. So, when my brother was killed, when him and his buddy were out drinking and driving, and then my wife. Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you doing this morning? So good to see you. Nana of 2, how are you doing this morning? I'm sure Nona24 is here somewhere. But it's good to see you.
Share stories of healing and grace. Morning Mayhem's a safe embrace. Sand takes the airwaves bold and strong, with grit and charm for the whole day long.
Be strong for the whole day long. Yeah. All right, I think that's good. Oh, there she is, Caddy Connie and Linda. How are you doing this morning? It's good to see you. My own eyes and ears. How are you this morning, Kim? It's good to see you. Hopefully you got lots of rest. I know it was kind of late for you last night. But you're in my time zone, so we didn't get off too late. I was up till I got to bed at a decent hour. I was up till 11 last night. Then I passed out sitting up. I fall asleep sitting up all the time. It's the most bizarre thing, and it's never happened to me before in my life till this year. Now I do it all the time. Pam, how are you doing, Pam? It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Simulate, you better have a tardy note from your parents or wife. I kind of do. I kind of have a tardy note. Wanna Love. Hey, how are you doing, Wanna Love? Good morning, good morning. Great Dane Mom. How are you doing this morning, Great Dane Mom? I know I've never said that name, so it's good to see you. Thanks for joining the chat this morning. Sid. How you doing, Sid? Sid Vicious. Jamie Palmer. I need a break from reading the Kennedy reports. Same. I was reading them this morning. I was up at 4:30, and that's the first thing I did. I needed a break from reading the Kennedy reports that were just released. It's hard to read copies of handwritten notes and reports when said handwriting is nearly ineligible. That is so true. That is so true. There's a lot of CIA stuff in there, and I find it super intriguing. especially the reports of them talking about the ballistics and the bullet, and then there's a lot of mob stuff in there too about some mafia guys been doing things with the mafia when they were plotting on Castro's unalivement. That's right, I said it, unalivement. Completely made up word. You know, I've said before, I'm a wordsmith. I sand them down, I plane them. You know what I mean? I get them nice and perfect, and I just present them to you guys. Just make them up as I go along. One time, Christian Slater, greetings and salutations. Nobody ever told me guess that movie. That's crazy. Or maybe I missed it in the chat, but he was being interviewed by Johnny Carson, and he said the word grotesquities. He's like, yeah, there's lots of little grotesquities all over the place. And he's like, I don't even know if that's a word, grotesquities. But yeah, he said grotesquities. And ever since then, I've been a wordsmith. I was like, if Christian Slater can make up words, I can make up words, right? You know, no one listens to me talk. You know, he's, you know, at that time, if he said anything, people, you know, were listening. But yeah, I was a huge Christian Slater fan. Huge Christian Slater fan. Greetings and salutations. That movie was Heathers. Get caffeinated. I'm trying. I sure am trying. All right. Pam hugs girlfriend. Did I miss him? Did I miss somebody? Yeah, I know. It is a crime. You know, I get moving and I have a lot of stuff to do. And then so I put the K-Pod in when at 7:30 probably. I went over there, put the K-Pod in, then started, you know, messing around with Hazley. Got her ready, realized what time it was, and got her off to school, and then got back, and then I started getting the show ready, getting like the you know, the stuff I'm gonna play up, and I seen an empty coffee cup. I seen this. These are my coffee cups. These are Hazley's birthday cups. Anyway, I use them for coffee, and it was empty. I was like, oh, my coffee. Well, here's my full one. That's how we do it. That's how we do it at Morning Mayhem. Hey, Kim, how's it going? Good morning. How are you doing this morning? What's up, Samster? The Samster is doing good. And yes, I did just talk about myself in the third person. Samster's doing good. Samster's getting angry. That's a Seinfeld reference. Lori Sue, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put your comment up, Lori Sue. Lori Sue, welcome to the show. How are you doing this morning? With Megan, there's so much more important things to discuss in the world today. You know, I'm going to put that comment right back up because we're going to start with that story. Yeah, I agree. And I don't feel one way or another about it. You know, these are entertainers clowning other entertainers. And you know, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And there is so much more to talk about, more things to talk about. Now, having said that, I am a morning show, and I just kind of, you know, fly by the seat of my pants and talk about everything and nothing all at once. Do you know what I mean? I think if there ever is anything really serious to talk about, I will tone it down a little bit and come at it with the respect that it deserves if I feel like it's serious enough. But yeah, this is nothing that's too serious. But I just noticed a lot of people really clowning her new show. You know, and I think it was really most of what I seen was this a specific episode. She was having her hairdresser, who she's been friends with since the show Suits. They've been dear friends for a really long time, and he was coming over for a visit, and so she was just getting things ready for him. You know, having like the snacks that he likes ready in his room. Made him like this custom thing of homemade bath salt. For his bathroom, so he can take a relaxing bath with Epsom salts and lavender and all the things. And man, I thought that was pretty amazing. You know, to be pampered that way. And she probably does it because he probably doesn't get pampered all the time. You know, he's a hairdresser in Hollywood. That's hard work. They do get paid really well. I was about to say, hey, Rudy Fern, how are you doing this morning? It's good to see you. I think Rudy was on the show yesterday. So, hey, brother, awesome for you to be here. Anyways, what was I saying? What was I saying about Hollywood? Oh, yeah, I was thinking, you know, like, I was going to say, you know, yeah, being a hairdresser, he's down in the trenches. And, well, he's a hairdresser in Hollywood, and he's working on big shows, so he's not having too hard of a life, at least with work. He's pretty blessed. I'm sure he's feeling pretty blessed. They make about, if they're on set, about $1,000 a day. So, and that was in, well, they were making about $895 a day, in like 95, 96. So I'm sure it's considerably more now. Absolutely. A friend of mine, he was a hairdresser, or no, he didn't do hairdressing. He was makeup. He did makeup. And he worked on the Chucky series. And, but he didn't do like the horror makeup. He just did like the makeup when, anyways, he became friends with Meg Tilly. When he was, is it Meg Tilly? That's Jennifer Tilly, not Meg Tilly. I'm sorry. With Jennifer Tilly, they became close friends, and it was kind of cool seeing her around with my little crew. Yeah, and I lightweight had a crush on her anyway, so it was cool seeing her around. My brother tells a story where he went to dinner. His bass player was the producer for Dog Star, which is Keanu Reeves' band, and they all went out to dinner to this place, this restaurant in Hollywood. It's right off of like Melrose, and it's called the Stinkin' Rose. Now, what kind of restaurant do you think would be the Stinkin' Rose? Anyone? What do you think they would specialize in? The restaurant's name is the Stinking Rose. I'll give it a second and see what you guys come up with. And I'll comment. I'll start some of these comments. Barbecue. That's as good a guess as anything, right? Oh, I see one. I see me. Oh, these are some good guesses. I wouldn't have guessed. I'm just reading down, seeing. I just want to get up some people. No, Jamie Palmer. It's a restaurant, strictly a restaurant. I mean, they serve alcohol there. I mean, it's LA. They serve alcohol. Bar and a hamburger. I love those places. Weed food. That's actually a good guess. Karma Chameleon. Hey, and welcome. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? And from Massachusetts, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, that's right. Who needs mods if John's not in the chat? uh, I love that you keep your sense of humor. That's pretty funny. Okay. Good morning, Danette. How are you doing this morning? Yuck, garlic. Yeah, it's garlic. It was a garlic restaurant. And I mean, it was a hardcore garlic restaurant. If you had a meal there, expect to have garlic in your water. Expect to have garlic, of course, in your butter and your bread. Everything was infused with garlic. So generally, the next day you would feel like you had a cold. Every time I would eat there, I'd feel like I had a cold because everything is just being pushed out of my body, right? And then and you smell like garlic the next day, like it's in your pores. But like on day 3 or day 4, you feel amazing, and that's just from having a meal there. That's just participating in everything they offered garlic. Everything from dessert, from your water when you sit down in your water, all the way to dessert. It had garlic in it. Oh shit! I gotta turn off that music, guys. Sorry about that. Big Sky Country. This is WSAM. If I could. Sorry, guys. Let me turn this off here. There we go. Yeah, so it was hectic, and you would not feel good the next day. But it was pretty awesome. Hey, V. McWilliams, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Did you see your gift? I am using your gift. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I love it. I messed with it the first day and night to get all the settings exactly right on it, and I can connect it to my Stream Deck now. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but thank you so much. You're the best. But yeah, so it's garlic and it's super hectic. So anyway, back to the original story. So he's meeting his bass player for dinner and a bunch of friends, and he gets to the table and Keanu Reeves is sitting there. And my brother's like, whoa, shit, that's Keanu Reeves. Now, of course, he knows his bass player is the producer for Dogstar, which is Keanu Reeves' band. And I don't know. It was just amazing. It was just amazing for him. Or was it the other way around? Oh, wait, no. It was my brother's producer was the bass player for Keanu Reeves, not the other way around. Yeah, so that's my brother's Keanu Reeves story. And I was like, and you didn't call me to come meet you guys for dinner? Why? You know what I mean? If the shoes were on the other, if it was the other way around, I would have called him right away. Hold on, let me turn off my phone. All right. Yeah, I would have made sure he was there in a heartbeat, but you know how it is. They're attracted to estrogen. Hey, Woofy, it's good to see you. I am so glad you are here. Thank you so much for being here. And then Kim, how are you doing, Kim? I don't know why I pulled that up. But anyways, yeah. How did we get all digressed into all that? Oh, yeah. Talking about Meghan Markle. Well, anyways, let's so today I bring you an exclusive story that could shake the very foundations of the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Yes, you heard that right. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, has once again found herself in a legal tangle, not with the British tabloids or royal family this time, but with, drumroll please, a missing signature. I forgot about this part of the story. Let me find this picture. I have this picture. Where is it? Well, first, let's play this first. This was the the little introduction to her Netflix picking up her show. I thought it was super cute. She's like just standing in front of some lavender and pointing up at the sky. I think there was like a sign up there that said, and here's a little clip of her getting ready for her friend to come visit.
So much. My mom does too.
I love those.
I know that Daniel loves peanut butter. I'm still going to label this. You always want to be conscious if someone has a nut allergy.
Those peanut butter pretzels.
I'm packing this all up so I can take it home and prep the guest room. And now everything's ready for Daniel's arrival tonight.
Pause this for a second.
And I love these so much. My mom does too.
So she repackaged those peanut butter pretzels for her friend. He has a nice little tray waiting for him in his room, and she wrote a little tag on it. That it's peanuts. Just in case anyone has a peanut allergy. But so a lot of people are clowning her because she's repackaging it and just didn't put the bag in the thing. I thought it was a nice touch, but anyway, but everyone's clowning her because she wrote the little tag on it, knowing that he's the only one that's going to be eating them. But she was just taking caution in case anyone had a peanut allergy. So yeah, people are clowning that. I am not clowning that because, look, she lives. First of all, she's living in a house where they're filming, so there's lots of people in and out. It's a pretty big house. You just never know. Somebody might just go in there and just think that they're free snacks, and open the bag and start thinking they're pretzels without peanut butter. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal that she did that, but man, people are really, really like not in an uproar, but a lightweight uproar. Like, oh, she would do that. Like, that's dumb. Her friends, it's her friend's snack. She knows her friend's not allergic. I don't know. It's kind of bizarre.
I know that Daniel loves peanut butter. I'm still going to label this. You always want to be conscious if someone has a nut allergy. Great. I'm packing this all up so I can take it home and prep the guest room. And now everything's ready for Daniel's arrival tonight.
Super awesome. I'd be like, heck yeah, thanks, Meghan. You're the best. Not late night talk show hosts. You would think that I don't know what you would think, but you would think that she did something wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's almost like someone earlier said in the comments, like, why are they picking on her? Like, she made a gift basket for her friend. But yeah, they really were. So anyway, but there's some more Meghan Markle news. So yes, folks, it appears that Meghan is allergic to signing documents as Prince Harry is to British tabloids. The Duchess, known for her passion projects, cookery shows, and the occasional podcast that vanishes faster than the royal Christmas invite, has attempted yet again to trademark her lifestyle brand, this time under the name As Ever, but as ever, the paperwork gods were not in her favor. The U.S. Patent Office, in what can only be described as the bureaucratic version of the Sorting Hat, has sent her application right back to Montecito, citing a major issue: no signature. That's right, folks. Meghan forgot to do the one thing even a supermarket cashier won't let you get away with: signing on the dotted line. Now, you might be thinking, surely this was a one-time mistake. Oh no, dear viewers. So I had I know this is totally corny, but I just wanted to try it for this one thing. So I had my notebook, my Google Notebook LM, take my notes and everything that I had found and a couple news stories about it and write it into a comedic like story. So I don't think it's going to be funny for its comedic writing prowess, but I think it's funny how just corny that AI can be. So anyway, so it was a one-time thing as ever. So yeah, oh no, dear viewers, this in fact the third time the Duchess has committed the ultimate paperwork faux pas. First with the TIG, her old lifestyle blog that never quite made its royal comeback. Then with the Archetypes, the podcast that ghosted its audience faster than a Hollywood agent post Oscars, and now as ever is following the same doomed trajectory. Industry experts suggest that Meghan might be suffering from a rare condition called signature aversion syndrome, a psychological phenomenon in which one simply refuses to pick up a pen. Others speculate that after signing so many non-disclosure agreements, she's just had enough. Meanwhile, critics of her new Netflix show, With Love Meghan, which aims to teach people how to cook, have joked that if she struggles to sign a document, it's no wonder her audience might need a recipe to make an ice cube. But let's not count her out just yet. Rumors are swirling that Meghan's next project will be a self-help book titled How to Forget to Sign Important Documents and Still Succeed. No doubt it'll be an international bestseller, assuming, of course, she remembers to sign the publishing deal. Until next time, folks, this has been your nightly update or morning update on the Morning Mayhem News. Stay signed in and don't forget your John Hancock. Anchor out. Thank you, Notebook LM. I surely won't be doing that again. But I think it was just corny enough to do and just to laugh at. Yeah, Linda. Linda says we don't like her much in the UK. So I mean, and I know that. I know that because I watch Pierce Morgan. Pierce Morgan is fiercely an anti-Meghaner, I guess. I don't know. There's got to be some probably niche name that people are saying if they are anti-Meghan. Yeah, I know some stuff went down when they were living there, and I don't know, it's all bizarre. I know she claimed racism. She race baited a little bit. She kind of alluded to the fact that there was some racism going on in the royal family, but never, said anything specific, and people were kind of on her about, you can't really say that and not say someone specific. I would beg to differ. I would say it's exactly what she should have did. She didn't come out and say any thing specific. It's not like she's suing anybody or she's claiming, they just left. They said, no, we're good. We're going to go to America and live in Montecito, which is gorgeous, by the way. And, go live our lives separate from the royal family as they had the right to. But I do not know all the details. Hey, Cliven Ferguson, how you doing? It's okay. You can be late anytime, brother. I don't know all the details. I'm not a Brit. I don't have any friends that live in the UK. Aside from, people that I know off YouTube. And then of course my subscribers here. So yeah, I don't know all the details. I just get, hear bits and pieces. And then of course, Pierce Morgan rants about her almost constantly when it comes up. So I don't know. But speaking of the UK, Speaking of the UK, oh, I didn't have it right. That's a serious. Hold on, guys. Source concerned London, British media personality Katie Price. So I did have a Gwyneth Paltrow story. And I just need to print something off real quick. Anyways, if any of the watchers that are from the UK, if you guys can like tell me exactly like what are the main, like give me like the top main reason why a lot of Brits do not like Meghan Markle. I'm sure it's not because of her race. Like I know that it can't be that. Although she would claim that. I know she is well she is like hinted around to it that it was a lot to do with race. Sorry guys, I need to do this story real quick, so I'm gonna print it out so I can read it. Here we go. Just going to print this out. I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, perfect. This might get a little loud here in a second. This printer is pretty new. But it is loud for some reason. Especially like in the middle of the night when I'm trying to be quiet, like if it's like 4 a.m. and I'm working getting stuff for the show ready and I print something off, man, it's loud. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? This thing is so loud. Dunka, 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 dunka. Okay, let me just read this real quick. Not that. So, Gwyneth Paltrow has addressed speculations surrounding an incident in her Hamptons home last summer involving a well-known socialite and fashion journalist, Derek Blossberg. That's him on the right of the picture I have pulled up. The incident, which first surfaced as a blind item in a popular gossip newsletter, quickly became a widely discussed topic among high-profile circles. The initial reports suggested that a guest at Gwyneth Paltrow's home had suffered from what was described as an Ozempic-induced reaction, referring to the weight loss medication that has been linked to digestive side effects. However, sources later claimed that this was simply a cover story for what had actually transpired. During a recent interview with Vanity Fair, Paltrow was asked about the situation. While she did not explicitly confirm her details, her response, described as pained by the interviewer, did not include a denial. She reportedly hesitated before responding, saying only, "I understand, and I also I am just not going to," before trailing off. Despite efforts to keep the matter discreet, insiders told thedailymail.com that Paltrow shared the story privately with close friends, including Oprah Winfrey, Jerry Seinfeld, and Larry David. This led to the incident becoming widely known among the Hamptons elite. Additionally, reports indicate that the first person to discover the situation was Paltrow's housekeeper, who allegedly made an urgent phone call to Paltrow while she was at lunch, expressing distress over the cleanup and frustration with the guest's departure. Blossberg has not publicly commented on the allegations. However, those familiar with the situation suggest that he has distanced himself from Paltrow and has avoided addressing the rumors. While sources close to Paltrow's insist that there is no lasting animosity between the two, they acknowledge that the situation remains uncomfortable and that both parties are giving it time before resuming their friendship. The story has sparked a broader discussion about the use of Ozempic and similar weight loss medications, particularly in elite social circles. Reports of side effects, including digestive distress, have become increasingly common among those using the drug for cosmetic weight loss rather than its intended medical purpose. Paltrow, who is known for her wellness brand Goop, has not made any official statements linking the incident to Ozempic or commenting on its use. However, insiders claim that she has privately expressed hope that the story will fade away with time. While the viral nature of the incident has led to speculation about whether Paltrow should have handled it differently, those familiar with her perspective say she did not intend for the story to become public. She feels bad that it got out there, one source stated, but it will pass. No pun intended. As for Blossberg, this remains unclear whether he will address the rumors or the high-profile gossip will eventually subside. For now, both parties appear to be maintaining their distance while hoping to move on from what has become an unexpected headline in elite social circles. So basically, the funny story that I had LM write was probably much better and more graphic than that. But basically, the housekeeper went to go clean up this guest bedroom, and there was, sorry, this is going to be gross, there was feces everywhere, like sprayed, like on the wall, on the toilet, in the bed. It was literally everywhere. And it is so gross. That is so gross. But I just had to share it. I just thought it was pretty nuts. Like, why a guy would feel like he could do that, staying, unless he didn't realize it. Like, did he not realize it? Like, you realize it. Like, maybe a little bit of splatter. And I promise I'll stop talking about this in about 9 seconds. Maybe a little splatter on the toilet or something, that you don't see, but I guess it was just kind of everywhere. Anyway, 8, 9, bam. I will no longer talk about that. Okay, what's going on in the chat? Let's see. Hopefully, I see you guys are just ignoring it. That's good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here. I would have done the same too. Sam's just talking about poop right now. We'll just let him talk about it, and then we'll engage in the next story. I love you guys. You're smarter than me, that's for sure. Yes, ma'am. All right. Yeah, maybe he didn't care. Those drugs are dangerous. My boss threw up at work because of it. What's nuts is that, and I probably would take them up on it now, if I was still friends with this person. But someone offered me like 5 vials of Ozempic one time. It was like a 6-month like regimen of it, and but at the time I wasn't overweight. But they just offered it to me like, hey, I'm going to throw this out. Do you need it or want it? And I was like, well, I don't feel like I need it. Like, I was at an ideal weight. But anyway, they offered it to me and I said no. But I think now, because I'm about 30 pounds overweight, I might try it, but I do know there's a lot of side effects with it. I just seen someone said that their boss, it made their boss throw up. Yeah, that's crazy. Sounds like my work's customer toilet. Yeah. You know, I used to clean Target stores. It was a job I had for like 4 months. It was for a nighttime janitorial company, and I was a supervisor. I was at a halfway house, so I had to have like a regular job. I couldn't tattoo, and yeah, I used to work here too. Where is it? I always have this hanging up in my tattoo shop. See that? Huh? What do you guys think of those apples? That's right. I worked at Costco for 2 days. But anyways, I worked cleaning these Target stores at night. I cleaned 2 of them. And the bathrooms were always disgusting at the end of the night. They were just really bad. And oddly enough, the women's bathroom was always way worse than the men's. And I never would have guessed that prior to working there. Yeah, they were always way worse. In the stall. Anyway, it was super, super crazy. I never would have guessed that. And I just think, women have a lot of, women things that go on. Anyway, nothing like splattering on the wall or anything like that. I'm going to stop talking about this. Just, it was gnarly. Isn't it, making meatloaf for dinner? Good show. I love meatloaf. I love cold meatloaf sandwiches. That was an awesome segue into meatloaf. You said that there was a huge part of it. Oh yeah, let's read some comments about Meghan. That was a huge part of it. Okay, James, sums up number 357 binge this afternoon. Hey Jackie, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. Glad you could make the show. From what my family in England has said, that race was a huge part of it, and others, because she is an American commoner. Not only that, is that she's, a celebrity and a commoner. Celebrities are commoners. Just because they're celebrities, that wouldn't make them a non-commoner. That doesn't get you in the club. Well, in some instances, if you just happen to be in the one of the biggest bands of all time, like the Beatles, I think that would you could be not a commoner. But yeah, interesting. I think that's a true. Hey, Jess, how are you doing today? Thanks for being on the show. Jess says they don't like to admit racism is a big issue in the royal family, especially if they are monarchists. I don't think most racists don't admit that they're racist, and I'm not saying they are racist, not at all. I'm just, talking about the situation. Comment Jamie promise Sam, that's like me when I'm trying to get something to eat in the middle of the night. I wonder what inspired that comment. I'm trying to recall what I was talking about. Mama Bear, Sam, that's like me when I'm trying to get some. Oh yeah, about the noise. Yeah, it's same. And like we're like dog sitting right now, and so we have like these plastic food dishes, and they just end up everywhere. And lo and behold, if I'm walking to the kitchen in the middle of the night, or like just anywhere where there's hardwood floors and those bowls happen to just be, and they're always in the middle of the floor, and I'll always kick one, and they're super loud, and it's and it's always like, oh shit, sorry, honey. Oh shit, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's nuts. It's super nuts. All right. So I've done that. Let's I almost said let's go to the phones. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Let's go to the phones. Regarding the Jason Levesque trial, so it hasn't come back online yet. They were waiting for some evidence, so they took one day off. Nothing came up on Court TV yesterday, so and there was no plan to be there today. So I'm wondering if, because there are some other trials that have kind of taken precedent, but I'm sure they just don't have one crew that just can go to one trial at a time. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it still just hasn't resumed, or if Court TV just has realized that there's not much there. The guy's going to probably end up guilty, and any testimony that will happen from this point forward will just be redundant testimony. There's not going to be a smoking gun. There's not going to be anything new that they would need to cover. And they're probably just going to wait till the jury goes out to deliberate and then maybe go live for the reading of the verdict. That's my guess. More so than the trial just hasn't resumed yet. That Court TV is just kind of lost interest in it because I know we did, we did like some of the testimony, but we really couldn't wait for the video footage of the guy going out there just before he was shot. So yeah, Court TV, I think, is possibly lost interest in it just because it is, there's nothing new is going to happen regarding. Does that make sense? All right, we're gonna watch some body cams for a little bit before I tell the Katie Price story. Body cam, Texas. Here we go. Here we go. This should be fun. This guy punched a guy at Burger King. Let's take a look.
They can disrespect you. It's no longer disrespecting you.
It's just after 7 p.m. at a Burger King in Lake County, Florida, where one customer wanted it his way and allegedly got punched in the face.
Yo, lock me up. I don't give a I don't give a Stop. Get over here. Put your hands behind your back.
I just grabs him by the shirt. Get over here, man.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They ain't gonna do this. Yo. Oh, I'm sorry now. Yo, you see what he's saying? You see what he's saying? Yo. So fade me 101. Fade me 101. You can go to jail. For disorderly at the very least. I'm sorry. Nope. No, all right. Take you to jail. Bye. Have a seat.
Police identify the suspect seen here as 25-year-old Miguel Garcia,
goes,
an employee whose temper
I wouldn't take him to jail for at least disorderly.
Flame broiled.
He's like,
over
oh,
a
I'm
customer
sorry.
complaint. Next, the officer talks to
Too little,
witnesses.
too late.
Let's see what they have to say.
He was talking to him all night and stuff. He said he wanted his money back. Talking about, I went back, I started playing music, and then just come out, he running. He's like, oh, these boys finna fight. These boys finna fight. So I come outside, try to see what it is. I'm trying, like, I ain't paid attention now. I just seen the kid in the car.
I'll just come. If I was coming over to find out what's going on.
Miguel. Yeah, that's why Miguel's so mad. Say, bro, if you just seen that, the man was real deal. Just had the cup and just threw it at your face. I'm like, I tried to tell both of them, bro, you got your kid in the
I just
car,
rolled
bro.
up.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Was anybody here to see what happened?
Yes, all of us.
I know you just said it, but can you mind repeating it?
Well, what I seen, I just seen the bags on the floor. I guess he threw the food at bro's face or whatever, bro.
Who threw the food?
Him.
This guy.
Yeah.
Is he a customer or something?
Yeah, he's a customer. He wanted a refund.
Okay.
That's what all I'm hearing when I come outside, basically. And then, like, I see food on the floor. I'm trying to, like, break up the fight, saying that there's a kid in the car and stuff.
Okay.
Leave it alone, drive it. And, like, I guess, like, bro.
So what happened with him? How did he get involved?
That's the one that he threw the food at his face.
Yeah.
So were they talking about a refund, or like how did he get to be out here?
He was the one talking about the refund to him.
Okay.
And then, like, I guess I don't know what happened, but I just seen the food on the floor. But I did witness that man throw the cups at the man's face and stuff. That's why he started. Yeah, that's why he started beating on the man's car, and like he ran back in his car. Like, yeah, he provoked that man. We told that man to leave and all.
Did they get physical with each other at any point?
Both of them got physical.
Okay.
He not in the wrong. They both got physical. They both started fighting. I don't know why. He just booted up because the food got thrown in the face. I know you wouldn't like food getting thrown.
No, he just needs to calm down for a second. That's why he's right there.
He
really
does.
I don't need him making any decisions that's gonna make things worse for himself. So,
but yeah, all right. That's good.
Are you management or
I'm the GM.
GM? Do you guys have cameras out here at all?
Not out here, no.
Do it anything from inside? Show anything that happened right out there?
It doesn't point. It all points towards the front counter.
All right. Okay.
Cameras that wander out there. I'm gonna have to talk.
That's bizarre. They don't have no cameras in the parking lot.
All right. Let me go
Or
talk
in
to
the
them and see
dining
what they
room?
got going on.
That's weird.
Now, one officer gets the customer's side of the story.
What's going on? Talk to me. What happened?
I ordered food. All right. They said, took my money. Said, could you come over here and wait for the food? This clown keeps coming out. Asks me if my car's for sale. Talking like the way he's talking. But I don't want to do nothing because he's got my food in there. I don't want to spit in it and whatnot. So I let it go. He keeps coming out, asking to see my ticket about what my food is. I said, it's 3 junior whoppers of chicken sandwich, the $5 bags. It's 3 of them. 4 of them. And then it all started to go bad, right? I said, 3 sodas and a Diet Coke. He hands me 4 sodas. I go, which one's a Diet Coke? He goes, I don't know. I go, this is serious because my mother's a diabetic. So he just makes another soda, gives me. So now I got 5 sodas, but they got everything back. So then I get out of the car and I was like, I want my money back now at this point because I don't know what they did to my food. So he starts doing all this bullshit, punches me in my face, starts pounding on my hood. My son is right here. The only reason he's not flat on his back with a broken face right now is because of him.
Gotcha. Thank you. Give us a statement. Do you want to press charges?
Yeah, no, man. If someone
John.
punches me in the face, you kind of have the right to fight back. Well, I guess if your kid's there.
To it?
I don't think there is. He's a little.
That right over here.
There is?
Right here.
I'll grab my camera.
Yep.
Just fill that while I grab my camera. Just right from this out for us. So we get you.
And sit the car if you want.
Oh, small, dude. There you go.
So he worked here and you did all this?
I think he works here. Does he even work here?
I don't know.
Touching my food? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's find that out. That's important.
What do this and other stories we cover make clear? That it is so important to know who you're surrounding yourself with, right? Well, that is why I am thrilled to talk about our sponsor of our body cam videos, truthfinder.com. Wait to hear about this because honestly, with our content right now, you can get and left a dent in the hood of the customer's car, causing an estimated $800 in damage. Next, officers get a chance to talk about what allegedly happened before Miguel makes another appearance.
So he works here?
Yeah.
Did he act like that?
Yes. So allegedly, these two, he was going on about a relief.
That's good.
And however, I don't know what started what, but the one playing here did witness this guy throw the food at him.
25 CR32 and 25 CR32.
And then he wanted to start slamming his stuff around and carrying on, yelling, "Take me to jail," so I obliged.
He's going to go. We'll get his side of the story.
Like I said, very minimum we have this.
He'll have an opportunity down there to write a statement, but he's going to go from what he had said. He would order the food, order the drinks, give him the drinks. Yeah, wants a diet. Didn't give him a diet.
Well, it's pretty much this kid going to jail. Hey, I'm gonna play this video of this case that's going on in Texas. It's a pretty interesting case. I do have it on my channel, Legal Livewire. I'm pretty much the only one that's highlighting the case right now. These two girls got drunk, and an officer tried to jump in the car when the girls took off, which is totally nuts. But yeah, here, check it out. It's pretty. It's pretty crazy. Oops. Legal Livewire. This is her friend's hearing. She wants to get her GPS removed. So the judge says, here's half of it. As his clerk is handing him the file. So the judge is already well aware of this case, which is very interesting. As well he should be. He's the judge presiding in this county. And it was a big story. But he asks, which half is it, the good half or the bad half? And she says the good half, but depends on how you look at it. Okay, I got it. No sound. Thank you, V. McWilliams. I appreciate that. Let me. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to switch it over to here. Sorry about that, guys. Can you guys hear it now? No sound, really? Jeez, what is going on? Let me try it one more time. Was there sound on the first one? Oh, there's sound on this one because now it has a red thing around it.
Depends on how you look at it.
Geez, that was so weird. I didn't do anything different.
Melissa Bell, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. How was it trip over?
That's great.
No traffic
No
problems?
traffic. No excuse.
It's all over in view. Everything is in Beaumont now. All the traffic is in Beaumont.
Yes.
The problems on the road. All right. In
Thanks, guys.
this
Thanks,
case,
Elizabeth.
25 CR 31, you are Melissa Bell, charged with the second-degree felony of assault
And
on a
thanks,
peace officer.
Lisa, for your help with that. And Danette,
All
thank
right,
you
Mr.
so much.
Cole, it's
Thanks,
an
B.
announcement. What are we gonna
McWilliams.
do?
I appreciate you guys.
Winning on media discovery.
You know,
What's the hold up on that? Anything? Can I help?
No, Judge, I think she'll be ready this week.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. 3 more weeks.
That's all I need. I'm going to make a request, Your Honor.
Yeah.
My client does have a GPS monitoring icon.
Yeah. Why did we do that? It was a reason.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. She's never been in no trouble. This is a alleged incident. One time occurrence for her. She's not a threat to the society.
What did you say?
She's not a threat to the community. You have to worry about her.
well, she's not a threat to the community, but
can put her in prison
well,
for 20
unless
years.
she's drinking.
Somebody, the grand jury thinks somebody probably committed a crime. Let's see why they did that.
This is one, Your Honor, where they were Miss Bell and another lady were dancing there in the parking lot at Little Woodrow's, and the
JP bond conditions.
That's right.
GPS
She's being yelled.
monitor
No,
must
this
remain
isn't the one
in
that was
Jefferson
driving the
County,
car.
Texas. You live here in Jefferson?
This was her friend.
Okay.
But still, I think, yeah, they should both be in jail for a little bit.
Go ahead.
They were dancing there, and the officer attempted to.
They were what?
Dancing in the parking lot there with the car parked in the middle of the roadway, where you couldn't get by, and the officer asked them to move the vehicle. They didn't. He attempted to then arrest Miss
That's all he did.
Butler
He didn't even try
for.
to get them.
Who's Miss Butler?
She's the co-defendant. Well, she was also.
The officer this is the part that blows me away. He was just asking him to move the car from obstructing traffic. Didn't say anything about them being drunk and dancing around in the parking lot. He was super cool. Just like, hey, can you guys move? And they pretty much F you. So
Or I don't want to say co-defendant necessarily, but she was arrested as well that night for the officer, when he attempted to arrest her, Miss Bell, I believe is the sister, was related to Miss Butler, and she went over there and attempted to stop the officer from arresting Miss Butler. At that point, the officer then turned to arrest Miss Bell, and as he arrested Miss Bell, he had alleged that she had kicked or punched him, and then also he went to then arrest Miss Butler, who got in her vehicle, proceeded to take off. The officer tried to jump in the back of the vehicle and was essentially fell out of the vehicle, the convertible, and hit his head on the concrete. Miss Butler then proceeded to go to her house with her vehicle. Officer located her there. She then fled on foot. But Miss Bell, who's here before us today, she did not flee on that day. I'll say that.
So I do have the entire video. I'm going to pull it up on my other computer and send it over to this one.
Legend. We haven't seen the video.
Okay. What are you asking?
And remove the GPS line.
The problem we have here that looks like might have had a lot to do with everything is intoxication.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, that seems to be more of an issue that cause all kinds of problems that end up here in this room.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. I lost that video. I'm going to bring it back while I bring over this other video of the actual incident. Okay, now it doesn't want to work again. That is crazy. Well, let me just get this video. I am having technical difficulties today. That's so bizarre. Like, I'm not doing anything different, and sometimes it's sharing the sound and sometimes it's not. Just making sure I have the right folder. Here we go. All right, here's the actual video. Screw the court hearing. She does get her GPS removed. The other girl, she comes up, she tries to get hers removed, the one that actually was driving in the car. And the judge is like, no way, you've lost your mind. Because really, they should be in jail.
Grab the hood of it. She grabbed the hood. Told you. You gonna get both of them. Told you.
Started it.
She swapped them eyes. You better leave. Man, he gonna get a look.
Oh, see, the dude's telling you better leave. Oh, there's the officer. And they just go over there to like film him.
Oh, she's trying to run. Get in the car. Oh, she gone.
Yeah, well, she's an idiot. They already had all of her information, and that's how they were able to pick her up. But yeah, that's they should both be in jail. And none of those guys tried to help. I think anyone that went over there and was like laughing and filming him, I think they should have been charged with something too. I know some states have laws on the books, like if you don't help someone that's in distress or in need, there's laws against that. That's how they ended Seinfeld. Remember the grand finale of Seinfeld? None of the crew at Seinfeld had helped somebody, and they went to court and they all went to jail. That's how they ended it. And but that's a real thing. So yeah, I think a lot of those guys should have at least gotten some kind of the Good Samaritan law. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I was trying to think of, was the Good Samaritan law. Yeah, how can you not help someone? I promise you this: my instinct wouldn't have been to hit record on my phone. Not at all. There's like that instance. Of course, I wouldn't hit record, but there is a lot of times when there's things I should be recording, and I always forget to like, oh man, I should have recorded that. That would have been super cool. It could be like a moose or something coming up and like, sniffing Hazley's hand or something, at a national park. I'll just be in such awe of the situation. I always forget to like take my phone out to like document it, But yeah, the Good Samaritan law. Those guys definitely should have been hit on that. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. I didn't have a lot today. Oh wait, no, I got the Katie Price story still. Good. I'll do this story and then I'll talk to the chat a little bit, and then that should take us to the top of the hour. I'm really not feeling good either. I'm on like day 3. So for like 4 days I had a really bad headache. And then when I had the headache, I was like straining my neck a lot because of the headache. And now my neck is just trashed. Like whenever I go like that, it's just really tight and it's a lot of pain. Oh wait, you know what? I forgot I found my ibuprofen yesterday when I was cleaning. Yeah, it's like really, really bad. So funny story. So last night, Mariana goes, to grab a water. Like we have waters like on our nightstands, and she goes to grab one off my nightstand, and actually I still have it. And it's like crushed in a little bit, and it feels kind of like there's something on the bottle. You can even see like there's like something on the bottle. But anyway, she like grabs it, take a drink. She's like, this bottle feels weird, and there's like bubbles inside. If you leave a bottle open, like oxygen will get into the water anyway, and it'll like leave bubbles. But anyway, she drinks it, and she's like, "Oh, this is like sweet. Like, what's up with this water?" And I was like, "I don't know." And so she like hands it to me, and I smell it, and it smells sweet. Like, and so she's like, "Oh, someone must have put sugar or something in it. It's this weird." Well, the day before, I had forgotten I had bought Hazley this little squirt gun of candy. So yeah, it's bizarre. I know. Like, what are you talking about, Sam? It's like a little mini squirt gun. I could go get it right now, but because it's on Mariana's nightstand. But it's like this little squirt gun of candy. It's liquid candy. You can squirt it in your mouth. So I'm guessing Hazley probably had that all over her hands or whatever and was drinking that water, and she probably had the candy on her lips, and that's why it's, when she drank it, she probably got candy on her lips and she thought the water tasted sweet. Yeah. So Motherbird says, Sam, take a break if you need to. I do think I need to, guys. Just like a day. I might take a day just to myself and just relax, not worry about the new shop, not worry about this computer room, and really maybe just like watch documentaries, because that's what I like to do in my free time is watch documentaries. Maybe just like really just lay in bed and rest my neck. That's funny. That's a prison saying. People tell you, hey man, go rest your neck if they want you to like shut up and, get out of their, stop talking, or if someone's complaining about something, hey man, go rest your neck somewhere. Like get away from me. But anyway, but literally, I think I really need to rest my neck. So yeah, if tonight I'm still feeling this way, tomorrow I probably won't do a show, but I will upload a video to play that'll be playing live. And maybe I'll just like lay in bed and I'll just hang out with you guys in the chat while the video's playing. Actually, let's just count on that tomorrow. I'll find a really cool video we can all watch together and I'll hang out in the chat. And I think that'll be cool. I think that'll be super cool. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the comments. I appreciate it. Ice pack your neck, chill. We will be here. A break is always nice. I do worry about that, Nana, too. If I'm completely honest, I worry that I'll take a break and I'll come back and, there'll be like 3 people here watching. And I love doing this show and I would do it for 3 people. But since, like right now we got 60 people, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so grateful for that. But like a few times I've had 100 people, kept 100 people in, and and it's and sometimes it's been a little bit more, like 130 people. It just depends, and I don't think it's ever on like me showing anything special or particular, or maybe it is. I don't know, but so I'm kind of spoiled in that way. And I'm sure if it ever gets to 1,000 people, I'll be spoiled that way. And I'll be like, oh, it's only 100 people. But I have to be grateful for anyone, right? I mean, this is like, who am I? I know I can be funny and clever sometimes. And like, I'm a mess, in a good way, I'm a mess. And but I feel that anyone watching, I'm grateful for anybody. Anyway, I will take a break tomorrow. Thank you so much for, yes. Thank you, Ian. Thank you so much. Yeah. My Bible is close too. I could go get it and tell you exactly what it says about worrying. So yes, thank you. Speaking of the Bible, had an amazing show yesterday on My Other's Keeper. If you guys get a chance, we talked about how and when I got saved. And I just thought it was an amazing show. If you're a believer or not, I would encourage you guys to go check it out. Maybe especially if you don't believe. And that's not like me trying to convert. I mean, I'm not saying, if you don't believe, you better go check that out because you might find the truth. That's not what I'm meaning. I'm just meaning like we talk about not believing and what it was like for me at that time in my life. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So anyway, I got a crazy story out of course, the UK, Germany or Florida, but this isn't Germany. This is Great Britain. This lady, I'm sure you guys, especially if you're from the UK, know who this is. This is Katie Price. Look at the picture. I know it might be small for a lot of you guys that are watching on handheld devices, but if you can, look at the picture of her in 1995. I think she was absolutely gorgeous. She reminds me of my older daughter there. Oh, I should show you guys pictures of my other daughters one of these days. She kind of reminds me of my older daughter there. But look, just a natural beauty, right? And then just look how she has progressed because of plastic surgery. And that's not all. I'm not trying to put like shade on her really, but it goes to, it's all part of this story. And then this is how she looks like now. She's just doing too much to her face. And I think what happens is that they do something that they don't like, in the beginning, and then they keep trying to fix it and to make it better. For them, they feel like there's something wrong. No one else is noticing it. They feel like there's something wrong. And man, it's just awful. But anyways, out of London, British media personality Katie Price has once again found herself at the center of public debate after unveiling a dramatically altered appearance in a recent social media post. The 46-year-old former glamour model, known for her extensive history with cosmetic procedures, has sparked shock among her followers when she shared an Instagram update showcasing her latest look. In the post, Price flashed a bright, gleaming white smile. Let me get a picture of that. Here's a picture from that post. I totally feel bad for her. This is a picture from the post. A gleaming white smile while making a routine shopping trip to Waitrose. Am I pronouncing that right? My UK peeps. However, rather than drawing attention to her outing, the image immediately became the focal point of online discussion with fans questioning the proportions of her new dental work. Oh, God, it's super sad. Several users took to the comments to express concern, with one writing, "Her teeth are much too big for her face," while another asked, "Can they glow anymore?" The overwhelming sentiment suggested that many believe her latest enhancements have drastically altered her once recognizable features. Yeah, absolutely it has. Over the years, Price has undergone numerous cosmetic procedures, which is what I just showed. Numerous cosmetic features, including rhinoplasty, facelifts, veneers, lip fillers, and Botox. Most recently, she admitted to undergoing a 10,000 euro facelift in Turkey, a decision she has openly discussed with her followers. While she has often embraced her love of cosmetic surgery, she has also acknowledged some unavoidable results, at one point stating that a past facelift had left her looking like Spock from Star Trek. You got to leave your face alone, ladies. I'm sure my audience doesn't do those sort of things. Well, maybe they have, and that's okay. Some of it is, I think, doesn't look bad if it's a simple, soft, facelift or Botox or something like that. But anyways, beyond the recent concerns over her teeth, Price has also addressed another physical change: her fading eyebrow tattoos, which she is now in the process of removing via laser treatments. In a Snapchat update, she revealed that her brows had begun flaking off, a side effect of the removal process. Yeah, because what happens, what they do in the removal process, they use a laser, just like for a tattoo removal. They're tattooed eyebrows. So I could say my finger is the laser. I could run that laser all over my face and it won't burn or won't do anything. As soon as that laser comes into contact with ink pigment, it creates a charge and it zaps it. And you can hear it. It just goes zap like a bug zapper. And when you see the laser go tick, 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 and when it's ticking, it's actually burning out skin pigment from your skin. So removal. This is not the first time this was caused online debate. In a separate incident, she posted with her this is not the first time Price's appearance has caused online debate. In a separate incident, she posted a photo with her 22-year-old son, Harvey, that drew attention for an unusual detail, her distorted ear. Followers were quick. You can't really see it there. Followers were quick to speculate that the image had been altered using AI or excessive photo editing, leading some to question the authenticity of her photos. A wave of comments has highlighted the discrepancy, with one user pointing out, "What happened to her ear?" while another questions, "Is no one going to say this is clearly AI?" Price has yet to respond to the speculation directly, but she has previously spoken about the pressure she faces in the public eye. In a candid moment during a TikTok live session last year, she told fans, I look plastic because I am plastic. At least I tell you all what I have done." Price has long been open about her journey with cosmetic surgery, often sharing her experiences with her followers. However, the reaction to her most recent changes suggests that some fans believe her transformations have reached an extreme. Despite the criticism, Price has maintained that she is comfortable with her choices. In response to those who criticize her appearance, she has stated, "It doesn't matter what anyone says to me. You will not put me down. I've come a long way from a place of darkness and depression." As discussions around her evolving appearance continue, one thing remains clear. Katie Price is determined to live her life on her own terms, regardless of public opinion. I will continue to, I don't want to say I'll follow her, but, I'll keep an eye on the situation. I hope she's okay. I think when people start changing their appearance that much, it's clearly a mental health issue, right? It's clearly, I have body dysmorphia. I hate the shape of my head. I think my head is way too big. If I'm not working out and putting on tons of muscle, I feel like my head is too big for my frame and my body. And then when I get big muscles, I still feel like my head is too big for my frame and my body. When I see pictures of it, does it affect my mood or my emotional stability? Not at all. And it never has, but I know it lingers there. It lingers there for sure. Like I've said, I have these scars on my face. I've had them for a long time. I was going to have them lasered off. And my wife was like, "No way," not this wife, but my wife who passed away. She was like, "If you do anything to your face, I'm out of here." That's basically what she told me. She was like, and I had the money and everything, and I was going to go do it. And she basically stopped me from even calling to make the appointment. So I don't know. It's pretty sad. I hope she's okay. And I'll definitely be praying for her and that situation. But she was beautiful, and I'm sure she's still just as beautiful on the inside. Her name is Katie Price. She's famous in the UK. Ghostwriter, if that's who you were asking about. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, wow, that's cool, Ian. Linda, I kind of know Katie. She dated my mate in lockdown. He lived with her. Wow, that's crazy. Small world. Everyone's pretty much 6 degrees from each other. But anyway, that's it, guys. So plan on a video tomorrow. I'll come up with something really special, and I will hang out with you guys in the chat, most likely. And unless something breaks that's big and that I just feel like, I need to talk about, I will definitely be taking tomorrow off. But I am going to have something super cool, and I'll make a post about it, and I'll put up the thumbnail tonight for tomorrow, so everyone will get a chance to know what the video will be, or if I will just be live. I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to feel a lot better tomorrow and just go live. But I think I'm going to make a promise to myself that even if I feel better tomorrow, to still take a break And that way I can sustain, have some longevity doing this thing. I don't feel stressed out or anything, but physically I feel exhausted. And with my neck hurting and with that having that headache for 5 days, I think it's a good idea. And thank you guys for your support. And thank you for even suggesting it. Thank you so much. Yeah, Christy, I just seen your comment. Motherboard Sam is looking jaundiced and yellows around his eyes. I hope that's not the case. And I noticed that too. So I always have dark eyes. I've had dark eyes forever. Yeah, I am going to make an appointment to see my doctor. Because you're right. I don't know if it's the camera, or what, but it does look a little jaundiced. I have had liver issues in the past, and I have been eating a ton of sugar lately. Like, I have to quit eating sugar. I really do. I really do have to quit. I'm not going to live to see my daughter get married. If I continue eating sugar the way I eat sugar today, I know I won't live long. Especially with had liver issues in the past. Now my liver is healed now, but I can't keep having it process all that sugar. And thank God I don't drink alcohol. But I live on donuts. I ate a bag of Swedish fish already this morning. Like the little bags of Swedish fish, they're like this big. It's just because I'm hooked on sugar. The worst I've ever been hooked on sugar. So anyway, I will definitely talk to my doctor about that just to make sure that my liver, I just had blood work done and it was amazing. So yeah, I just now remembered that, but, I have been eating a lot of sugar lately. So, but my eyes are always dark. I'll just let you guys know. I can show you pictures, of every month of the year, and that's how my eyes look. But anyway, sugar is the enemy. It is, right? Oh, thank you, James Mayhem, for saying that. And I love the handle. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Lisa Canty. I will enjoy it. I super duper will. So thanks for everyone being here. Again, I love you guys so much. I'll take tomorrow off, but I will have something special uploaded, and I will play it live and be in the chat. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And you guys, again, have an awesome day.